Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Evil Within 2. Let's continue. So we're doing this little side mission in the game. Although calling this a side game really isn't too wrong. There's just so little that happens here. We're in the Morrow to go turn on a server. We're probably going to get something that jumps out at us. Like, if we look at the map, there's plenty of places where things once were passable, but now things are not passable. There's nothing new in this room. It's really questionable. It's like, what are we going to see new here? It's just this small section that I don't know. Like, I really don't know. We'll maybe have a big boss fight, or maybe, just maybe, have a few zombies. But that seems like that's kind of it. And the only reason I'm even willing to do this is because I was hoping that this would open up a thing for us. Oh, this might be a pain in the butt, come to think of it, because if this room has that big white goo creature, then that would be something. And it seems like we are going to have to take a more indirect route. And this just looks like a door that will never open. Yeah, I guess if I have to take on the big white goo creature again, that would kind of suck. And maybe we'll have some things respawn. Do I even have something that could take on the white goo creature? I don't know. I don't think the answer to that is yes. No, it feels like this was the room with the white goo creature. And if we look, the next room is a fairly big room. So maybe we'll get something here. Otherwise, the game just had us walk around for no reason. Like, there's absolutely nothing here. And they wanted us to turn on a server to open this, which I guess I was never even in this room. Maybe I wasn't capable of going in this room, or maybe I just missed it completely. It seems like it is fairly easy to miss things. So we're turning on a virtual server that it is just a hologram, effectively, because this whole STEM system is just going on in the minds of people. And we're in the backstage area of these servers.
Seems like that worked.
So we're
go back to Sykes.
So it's like, this is nice to have some cash stuff, but I'm not even sure I can pick up most of this. Like, are those shotgun shells? Yeah, I can't even hold all of it, let alone justify it all. Justify that extra movement. Alright. Let's see. We've got our gun at a fairly high setting at the moment. And yeah, this area just looks like maybe another area we couldn't reach before. And even though gunpowder is somewhat short after we refilled all of our elements, let's see, it really isn't that short. So did I want us to go this way around? Interesting, I did not press A to hit that. It just did it because I was running. Interesting. And this really does just seem like it goes in circles. There's a zombie down there. Yeah, this is the wrong direction. We can go ahead and reload our gun. And we probably will have to work through the marrow at some point. There feels like there should be a system where if you stand in one place too long, you get somehow punished in some small way. Then there is a reason, at least, to try and increase your stamina and minimize its use and not run out completely on it. But honestly, that's never really going to happen. Oh, I forgot I have the ability that increases damage the more you shoot. So, yeah, I've been lining up shots, and it probably would be smarter to just unload on these enemies. And they clearly, very intentionally here, have locked this gate, so that might as well have just been a wall, because I don't think that gate's ever going to be open. And I don't have aim assist on, it's worth mentioning, but it's not really hard to live without it and target, at least on casual, unless they want to put, unless there's a lot more just play in the targeting reticle. Alright, we hear a zombie. Alright, that's the creepy girl who takes a little bit more shooting. What's funny here is that you really have to be a lot closer to them before they can even get into the range of this. So now a head stab and a shot from my gun, because I think I powered up my gun. And I wonder if she is what turns into the big goo monster. But yeah, we are just totally doing a side mission. Side mission that is effectively trading off bullets for green goo, which makes sense. And we might as well talk to the girl who's here. Let's see. Do we need to drink coffee? No. Would we find anything like a workbench or anything here? No. So let's talk to the girl. See if she has anything new to say. She stands up, and then it oddly fades to black so that people can be teleported to the right standing location. And that's nothing. So she has nothing new to say. We'll probably will talk to her at some point. We'll probably come back into this Marrows area and find some third location. There definitely are some blocked off sections that seem like they might go somewhere else. It is weird, the placement of this side mission though, because we really are just gonna run back and forth to get this cache. The cache may very well not matter. And then we're gonna go take on a boss fight. We're not even short on bullets, so it's gonna be a harder sell really to decide to even run that direction. And yeah, there'll be some zombies, of course, but we've kind of done everything. Like, we've kind of seen and done everything in this area. So I'm not expecting to run into a large cache of zombies by any means. Maybe we can be a little bit sillier and climb up here. What we're really looking for is something that would be a collection of weapon parts or an indication of a new weapon. There are these caches, apparently more frequently placed than I thought. But there's no map as far as where the caches are. Here we have a Sons of Liberty credit union, which the Sons of Liberty aren't, I believe, the name of the motorcycle gang in some TV series, if I recall correctly. It really isn't a good name for a bank. Yeah, we really didn't look around here because we were short on bullets at the time. But yeah, the kind of worst case scenario you would run into is you would have either a big boss fight, which I think we've already kind of had, or you would potentially get into another side mission. Just literally try and coax the zombies out towards you. There has been a new resonance point logged. Interesting.
Sure, why not? I'm not surprised by anything I see in here anymore. Won't happen again. I'll burn these before they can change. Wait, did that arm just twitch? Shit. No. Oh god. No.
So we saw some burnt creatures that a long time ago, like 2 hours ago. Maybe this is where those burnt carcasses were collected from, and maybe this is a direct statement as to why there isn't a burning ability.
The bodies. Why?
Like, you should know why, though. It's super, super obvious why. In the beacon incident, you were burning bodies left and right, and that was the only thing that was keeping them from turning into monsters. So, if they wanted to imprint on us that that's not the way to take care of these zombies are different, they should have done that way, way earlier in the game. See, this just feels like this is a door that's being blocked intentionally. Is there possibly a way I could have gotten on top of the roof? And did I miss something over here? Is there? I mean, can I climb up here? No. So maybe the Mobius operator accidentally burnt some living people, and maybe that's what they're trying to imply. And yeah, there's no way to go into this area, but I can, I guess, shoot that, get another key. And I guess that is an indication that there will be keys higher up. So is there something in John's cafe over here? Doesn't look like there's an entrance. I really am just goofing around more than anything. And here you have a electric vending machine, not likely to be able to be plugged in against a fence. Who would run an electrical outlet like that? Alright. So we got on top of a building. It does seem like there's a fairly obvious split that they have between buildings that you can go in versus buildings that were just designed for you to go on top of. And yeah, let's just go this way. These giant tentacles sort of block your way if you're not careful. Ooh, I might be messed up here if I'm not careful. But it's not really hurting me, it's just knocking me down. Or if it is hurting me, it's hurting me the vast minimal amount of damage as you could possibly do. And these resonance points, they don't mean anything. Like, I don't really want to do them. There's some handgun bullets over there, and I guess maybe this was the whole thing, is that at some point you were supposed to have been able to deal with all of this. Let's see, do I? Yeah, it's just in this corner, so it's not even a big deal to go and get it. Where is it? He's like literally on the other side of this wall, so I can't investigate through the wall. not really worth your time. And then I think I have to run this way. Yep.
I knew you'd make it back.
He's got some weird frequency thing showing up on the TV. That's slightly different. So what was the big reward? Let's see. 50 weapons parts is a big amount. A silenced handgun. Okay. That's something, I guess. Hold left bump. And then, let's see. So we could go to the silenced handgun if we wanted. And it probably would do slightly less damage, if I was to guess. And we got an explosive bolt. And I guess we'll talk to this guy.
The server is online.
Yeah, I'm already in. I unlocked the supply containers just like I promised. See if you can open that one there.
Interesting. So when you finish a mission in this game, you don't get rewarded for it, really. Let's see, equipment. Reduces gunfire noise, but also reduces damage. So theoretically, maybe you could then upgrade the damage on the handgun to justify using it, but I don't really see that. I think that was really just a huge waste of time. And yeah, if you were supposed to use this system, let's see. Let's cancel this lock on. Let's see if we can scan anything else anywhere around this area. No, you can't. And these numbers don't seem to mean anything. And there's really no other indication that there are any other Mobius agents. I probably already found them all and collected them all, if I was to guess. Now if I run back this way, I have to go through that. So I think it's easier to go this way. And the whole world is basically empty. And I really question whether we're going to end up in a big boss fight against this giant creature. If we did, I don't know how that really plays out in any good form or fashion. It feels like it probably would be a lot easier than it probably should be. Yeah, I'll just spin around, and like, you don't even have to spin around, so the system is actually kind of nice, because if there was something to scan, you would get the white directional indicator to start with. So we had to do 2 subsections to open this fence. And now we're going to the theater. And maybe we're beginning the end of the game, where we're going to save Lily, our daughter, who may be mentally grown up a lot more than you'd guess. Like, that there have been a couple of like hints that maybe several years have passed, quite a few years very possibly have passed since the events of the first game, and you weren't particularly even that young in the events of the first game, so yeah. So seeing her as a little girl might be a misnomer. Can't jump over this. and we have only seen her in our memories a couple times. Maybe we'll see the memory element again, but I don't know if I really would want to go through that whole hassle again. There's nothing over here either. It's really not a big reward for what was that? Legs being broken? Head being chopped off? Mouth being slit open, I guess. Feet covered in blood. And the bathtub. We've seen this image before. Maybe we've seen a lot of these art pieces before. And here we have a trailer for a game called a movie called White Fog.
You gotta be in here somewhere.
It does occur to me, now we're in the Chapter 8 premiere, that this is effectively that side story in Bioshock 1 where there is the guy with the rabbit masks and the crazy artist character. But the problem with that is, even though I can't even remember the name of the guy with the crazy rabbit masks and his followers, and him having you kill his followers and encase them in like plaster or something like that, that sequence was just like so much better. He was so much better written as a crazy character that it was a nice side event.
You dare to destroy my work?
Even then, though, I'm not sure if Bioshock would have worked had that artist bad guy been the main bad guy.
What they created in here, it's marvelous. They wasted it because they had no imagination. Because they are not artists. They want to control me, manipulate me. You want to stop me, but you have failed. Because with the power of the core, I can create my art forever.
See, I kind of even sympathize with the bad guy a little bit here. If he is making the argument that, well, this is all just fantasy and I'm just indulging in my artistic desires, even though that my art style, there's plenty of artists that do dark, macabre things like this, and they're only as crazy as an average artist would be. Interesting, I can't go over this section, and yet there's a vending machine over there. By which I mean they're not that crazy. They're artists that do a lot of these things. There is kind of a tragic tale of the H.R. Giger, his marriage to his first wife, and his dark imagery that he was doing with that inspired and directly helped create the aliens in the Aliens movies. That imagery probably led his wife to committing suicide, but H.R. Giger himself, by the documentary I saw, seemed to be a very harmless person. And this feels only a little bit like that hotel. And if we look in here, it's just going to be no map available, right? So, yeah, that thing did do some small amount of damage to me, didn't it? Just the ever smallest amount. So, the indicators of the little heartbeats are indicators of resonance points. I don't think I've understood that at all. Yeah, I've kind of completely misunderstood what any of this meant.
This is what I've been waiting for all my life. For both of my lives. No more struggling. No more listening to Philistine critics. No more pandering to the uneducated opinions of callow neophytes. No more rejection from crude simpletons. I'm finally free to be what I've always been. An artist. And I have the greatest canvas ever devised at my disposal. The world will finally know and revere the name Stefano Valentini.
See, the only thing I can feel here, this is a very interesting water fountain. It's very fancy. Is we've got to have some kind of like betrayal that happens fairly quickly here if they're going to throw a different enemy at us. Also, I can't search in those garbage sections. Yeah, if we're going to have a big boss fight and then kill Stefano and not actually save Lily, assuming we just don't get rushed to into the game. This is a pre-rendered cutscene, obviously, and it doesn't look as good as the game by default. So there's just bodies with
Doing to these people.
bags over their heads. So are all these Mobius agents or just people from Union? Were these people being brainwashed by Mobius first and then Stefano?
This chase has been entertaining. But even the greatest entertainments must come to an end.
The girl, where is she?
I commend you for making it this far.
Now he did
If
say there was someone else.
perseverance were an art form, you would be a master.
So there has to be some other
Perhaps
boss.
not Michelangelo, but
Unless it just leaves it on a
Enough
cliffhanger.
art school bullshit. Where is she?
the core is safe with me. I took her on his orders.
Is, so not a woman.
But once I realized the extent of her powers, how could I possibly hand her over? What I'm doing
He should
is
say,
more
"It's
important
my daughter."
than mere personal gain.
You should try to relate to him.
He could never understand this.
He? Who is he?
I guess they could bring back the bad guy from the first
He
game.
won't be around much longer. My work, however, will continue. Picasso had his blue period. I have entered my crimson period. Shit. No, don't! Behold my latest creation.
So he's got like a camera eye in just has a camera lens in his eye socket. And he just blew off the heads of a lot of people. But does that summon zombies or anything that are actual risks to me? Or does that just feed his his power somehow? I kind of would understand it if killing people in this virtual reality left the remaining living people more powerful to control and influence it.
Beautiful. A bouquet of flesh and blood.
You sick bastard.
How will I ever top this?
This would be funny if he killed
I'll
himself.
find a way.
He's just
Evil
depressed.
is always inspiring.
This is just all...
Of innocence to spark the fire of creation.
And you can tell Stefano here is just the bad guy from Resident Evil 4 with his flash step ability. He's just a copy of that character. So no fight here. That didn't work, but it's probably fun to try. So we're either in a really weird position where we finally are going to end up in a different area, a different type of world, or we are just like a boss fight section. Climb down, not really the prompt they should have given me if that was the experience. Alright, and this does seem like this is a straight up stealth section like Batman Arkham Asylum. And it will be just a question about how many checkpoints do we really have to get through. Seems like that was moving fairly slow. You can kind of see that there's a little bit of an extra bit of help it's willing to give you. Every time I grab on a ledge, it goes the wrong direction. See, the problem with this too is that you wanna move fairly quickly. Going that direction would not be the right move. And I'm pretty much having to look at the ground to decide when I want to move, just to make sure I'm not in the right way. It's odd it defaults to being on the left side, because the camera is on the right side, and it's not even, I think, like that's adjustable in the settings. At least I didn't see any adjusting to put the third person perspective camera on the right side. It's pretty typical for it to always be on the right side. And it really seems like it's just taking my picture, and maybe there's a little bit more to it. Maybe there's a trick here where you really don't want to have to reset this. This is worse than Arkham Asylum. That section, the Scarecrow section, where you were doing a thing like this, had the Scarecrow character taunting you. It had a bunch of visual tricks. It was the first time anybody had done anything like that also. So, let's see, what is this? now we're looking up here, which, well, that just sucks. So do I even need to hide? Or do I need to just have things above me? I think the trick here probably is to simply just let it pass. Yeah, and I went the wrong direction. I thought I was going to be able to jump down. This really is just nothing. And yet it's giving me stuff as if the big boss fight is right after this, and as if I would be particularly low on stuff at this point. Like, I can't even use a stim pack. Let's see. And just several mistakes there, and it still doesn't seem like it matters. If anything, it seems like I might be able to just run. So did I trigger a boss fight, or did I just trigger a pre-rendered cutscene or an in-game cutscene?
Fuck did you go?
So now we're back into the hotel. And I guess that would be the hint if the hotel was the domain of the real bad guy. Which I guess we now know is a guy. Let's see. So I'm looking around here. We have a mirror and apparently a curtain that just fell through the floor. And a really bouncy light. Is there any reason to go and upgrade anything? No, because we really don't have enough green gel to upgrade to the extra ability. In fact, I guess maybe just on easy you don't upgrade all, you can't upgrade all the abilities anyways. Maybe you get just a ton more green gel playing it on more difficulty settings. And it really just feels like we're about to have a boss fight, but we're totally full on bullets. We're totally fine. Nothing we could do is going to upgrade this. We are back to where we started the game. And do we have any new abilities?
I'm waiting for you. My next piece will be amazing. The full absorption of her powers, the subjugation of her will. It will be art in every sense of the word. But what is art without an audience? I need you here to make the piece
Yeah, is there anything
how it's gonna
down
end.
there? Yeah. Here you have a different collection of pictures. And we have some creepiness stuff. It almost feels like this was going to be the entirety of the game. And yeah, it's nothing. There was a whole second team that made the open world sections. It does feel like the photographs are propagating. It's either white right now, and then they're changing, and they're changing into creepy photos of, I assume, the daughter. A lot of stuff happens in this game just kind of off screen in areas where just not really expecting it to happen. Here you have a full health kit. We've never used that even once. We haven't been trying any of the gates, but I assume that they're going to be locked. And if this slams in our face, then we'll just turn around and go somewhere different.
Come on, show me what you've got.
Really is just a lot of setup. Now, if this guy is like the main bad guy in a lot of the Sebastian Castellanos, so he's got a sign even for himself, so he kind of knows he might die. If he does this flash step stuff, we'll just have to figure out a system around it.
No more games.
Agreed.
You're beginning to bore me. Your death will be art.
So he feels
Time to put a signature on it. This is going to hurt.
Alright, well, let's try and axe him.
You cannot hide from what you cannot.
3 shotgun shells, and he's already down to his second phase.
Enough of this. There will be nothing left. I'm done.
Okay.
Myself.
Is he... Well, that didn't work, but it did work. So I axed him.
They're going to pay for that.
Like, and my shotgun's not even a strong weapon. It's just a nice... It's just a nice weapon to use. Alright. Go ahead and use this. And I could pull that. So. He's throwing knives. The fires are bombs. Okay, good to know. There's some bullets. Looks like there's probably some other bullets.
You myself. How much more can you take? No sense in running.
These guys are... See, and I don't know if maybe there was a path here where we would stealth this. Or...
Give me your blood. How much more can you take?
let's go and heal. And there's another thing, so... Yeah. 2 phases, very simplistic on casual here. Kinda nothing. The monster's power is just disappearing completely. Maybe we heard just a note of the music that we hear in the mirror.
I had so much left to create. You've destroyed my legacy.
All artists die young, though.
You made me into a masterpiece. Must record it. If only I had my camera. Where did it go?
Really not a character fleshed out enough for you to care that he died, or feel like that was a tragic end. Nor does it feel like it's a justified ending.
Still time.
Yeah, I would have not done this.
Last photo.
So there's this now.
Lily! Don't be afraid, honey. It's me, Dad.
No, you're not. Dad is dead.
And she
Honey,
disappeared.
I know that's what they told you, but it's not true.
He took his eyes off of her.
Lily, please. Come out, Lily. You don't have to hide.
See, that doesn't look like a guy. That looks like more of a girl. You don't have hips and a bust.
Myra.
Get away. You can't have her.
So she definitely looks like the bad guy from the first game. And we kind of see this. So now I'm not sure if there is another bad guy or if Stefano just didn't know she was a girl. And that was just a fake out.
No!
It kind of had to be the mother, though. Like, there was nobody else really it could be. Of course, the question is the mother actually there, or is this just some kind of monster pretending to be the mother, or is it just the daughter's memories of Myra, or was Myra actually put in the system too? I thought Myra was in charge of Mobius.
And someone else will be in there for you.
Kidman. She knew about Myra.
But apparently Myra's going crazy, or she's they wanted him to kill.
Shit.
Now we've got another pre-rendered cutscene. We might as well see what this is all about. Chapter 9, Another Evil. That was very short chapter. Again, it feels like the developers of this game had contracted to do a certain number of chapters, so they threw just one boss fight. We've saved him, and come to think of it, we've saved him. So then I guess the only real question is, did we find Liam somewhere? I guess we have. So we've seen this entire group. And this guy's dead now.
A giant red X. Now that's art.
I've also stopped seeing achievements pop up, oddly enough. So I don't know what to take from that. Either I just haven't gotten any for beating story elements, or I've just gotten everything I'm gonna get. Let's see, now we have kind of a creepy, satanic looking eyeball thing, and we can't look at slides, and the cat is missing, and there's candles. So are we really gonna hit a
Where's the mirror?
We're gonna hit a completely different section? Let's see. How many keys do we have? Let's see. Weapon upgrade time 365 allows us to increase our handgun damage even more, and or we could try and increase our shotgun damage, but shotgun damage wouldn't really even go up that much. Does seem like it's fairly smart to just, no, we can't do that. That's 800. I was misreading that by quite a bit. Also, take note that that boss fight really didn't do anything for us as far as needing to use the explosive elements. Let's see, 20% chance of inflicting critical damage. Sniper pretty much kills him on one shot already. It really is explosive bolt. We want to increase that, and we can't do anything more. So yeah, that's oddly the only thing we can upgrade even. And then crafting wise, like, there's kind of no reason to pick up any of this, or at least there's no reason to pick up any of this without first going somewhere. Also, our shooting gallery is missing. So let's sit here and hope this doesn't change anything for us.
Relax, detective. How may I assist you?
So basically the first time ever, I have remembered to come over here, pick up as much of this stuff as possible, which honestly may not be too much. But it's a couple things, at least. What do we want to do? How about this one? There you go. There's some shotgun shells. So we still have handgun bullets. We still have a health up. And we'll talk to the lady.
You're getting powerful, but this place is dangerous and getting worse.
Yeah, and we're
There's
still
no
just
shame
saving
in
up for
using
that.
stealth now and again. And I
There's
can help you with that.
like increasing my stealth. It would be nice to increase this. And maybe be able to do some stealth kills a bit faster. But I don't know if I really agree with that. Otherwise, we could take less damage. Let's see. Stamina recovered faster. Chance to automatically... Could do this. Automatically dodge an attack. Certain attacks can't be evaded this way. This really feels like this would just unlock a quick time event. Second chance. I've like never died once. So this would probably be the only thing I'd even want to get. If not, spend a significant amount of green gel to get to this point. But honestly, I just want to say that. Like,
I thought that I'd seen the last of you.
Oh no, you have many more miles to go.
No kidding. Myra's in here. And there's something wrong with her. All I wanted was to save Lily. And now, I don't understand what's going on. Stefano is dead. But there's something else in here now. Something worse. Please, tell me what you know.
All I can tell you is that your mission isn't over. There's more for you to do. Events set in motion long ago are coming to bear.
it almost seems
You
like
must
she's
be ready.
some kind of
So,
psychic.
how can I help you prepare?
Psychic or all-powerful, all-knowing creature. Alright, so that was not as helpful as I would have thought, but not terrible either. Let's reload that. Reload that. And yeah, there's kind of nothing else to do. One sniper rifle would be all I could craft. I could craft 8 shotgun shells, or I could craft 8 handgun bullets, and I think that's pretty much all I need to do. And we can probably just craft 1 medical syringe. And yeah, I'll go 3 less on that. And that should put us in a good position. Alright. If we look here, let's see. We've done this one, we've done this one, we've done this one. Get your bearings and look for signs of Myra and Lily. We haven't gotten any new weapons, which kind of makes it feel like we might be halfway through the game. Although it might actually be a case that... What's this?
This is what I've been waiting for.
No, we had already seen that. Like, maybe we'll just run around the city and the city will be a lot more deadly now with more zombies. But I kind of question, like, can we even see maps? Like, no, you can't, not in this area, so you can't even look at other areas. Like, I kind of question if there's much more game here. When we look at this, we are now approaching 13 hours in this game. We've died once. We've collected 22 out of 40 files, and it feels like we probably would be closer to 25. So that does imply that there might still be about 15 files worth of game. We've collected 4 out of 11 slides, which should have been 5, which then implies we're about halfway through the game. We've gotten 14 out of 24 memories, which again implies about halfway through the game. Yeah, probably same with the locker keys we've acquired. And the skills acquired is weird, though. On casual, it just doesn't seem like you get enough green gel to unlock everything. Unless this game was designed to be played multiple times through, which even Resident Evil 4 would not have been a good game had it been designed to be played 3 or 4 times through. People liked it because it was a good game, and plenty of people have played it 4 or 5 times through. But if that was the intention, it wouldn't have worked as well. Let's see. Is there any other thing? We are over an hour in which we've spent crouching, where we've only spent 7 minutes sprinting, and I probably could have done the exact opposite and been fine. And we've spent nearly 50 minutes aiming our gun, which that seems about right. We still haven't tripped any tripwires. Alright, let's save. It does seem weird here, though, that we have this whole system and we're about halfway through the game, and yet they only gave us 10 save slots. I really don't understand the logic there. That it seems like there will be more than 10 levels, 10 chapters, so you can't even have a save slot per chapter. And that doesn't really stop anybody other than the casual player, because any speedrunner or any other person can easily find where the save files are and just move them around, rename them at when they need to load a specific point. Anyways, we went a little bit over today, and we're kind of doing hour-long episodes now. I wanted to do 45-minute episodes, but I don't think we ever actually stuck to that. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.